Hello students, welcome to my channel. I'm Jessica and I'm your certified IELTS and PTE coach. So in this lesson, we are going to discuss recent changes in the PTE. We all are aware that PTE has made a couple of changes in their little bit of tasks they have added, and they've also added two new tasks in simple words, and they've also changed the mark distribution overall. The scores would be like, your tasks will be evaluated differently and the score distribution has changed a little bit. So we will just talk about these couple of changes. Like, I would say there are 4 to 5 changes they have made in a nutshell. We'll discuss them one by one. How, because these changes are definitely going to affect your score. So post 7th of August, it's still 1 week that the previous exam pattern would remain in place. However, after 7th of August, all these changes are gonna be taken place, and that's gonna be into the effect after 7th of August. So what happens is, in your PT exam, earlier you used to have like 20 total questions, but now, from now onwards, like post 7th of August, you're going to have 22 questions in total. So students who are aware of the tasks, that's good. But if you guys are not aware, in speaking section you used to have 5 tasks in total, which is your read aloud, repeat sentences, your describe image, read a lecture, and then answer short questions. And then in your writing module, you used to have like summarize written and then essay. And then if I talk about your reading module, it's reading, fill in the blanks, reading and writing, fill in the blanks, multiple choice question, single, multiple choice question, multiple, and then reorder paragraphs. And finally, in the listening module, you have like 8 tasks, which is your starts with your summary spoken text, and then followed by your listening, fill in the blanks, highlight correct summary, highlight incorrect words, multiple choice single, multiple choice multiple, write from dictation, select missing words. Select missing words is not very important. That's why we don't emphasize a lot when we are teaching these to our students as well. So these were the total tasks you have, but now onwards you have like 2 new tasks you're going to be there in the exam, which is like respond to a situation and summarize group discussion. So basically, I'll make a separate video on these 2 tasks, like how to answer summarize group discussion and respond to a situation. Trust me, these are easy. It's not very difficult, except for one thing, that summarize group discussion would be taking like, it would allow you to speak for like 2 minutes, and that's not easy, because yes, it's like same as that if you do in the IELTS cue cards, you speak for like 2 minutes. However, the difference is, in summarize group discussion, you're listening as well, so you have a lot of content before you speak. That is the first change. I'm not going to make a video very complicated one. I'm not going to tell you like how much mark each task is going to contribute. The reason being, I don't want to confuse you that this is the marks you would get for this is the marks. We will cover all those content in like separate videos. This video is totally dedicated to just changes that have been introduced. The second thing is, there's changes in marks distribution. So whenever you're watching my videos, guys, again and again, I'd like to highlight, I always attach a PDF in the description below, so make sure that you download those PDFs. And if you want something separate, we can send it to you via your email or WhatsApp. You can simply drop us a comment, and then we'll be able to support you in your PTE exam. So there are changes in your marks distribution as well, based on your content. So previously, if you remember, your marks distribution in your essay and your summarized written text would be wasn't based on content. The same goes for your describe images and read a lecture. So the scores for content wasn't that high, but now, from now onwards, they are going to focus more on your content as well. This means you cannot use the templates the way you used to do. I'm assuming you guys are aware of one more thing, that just this last November, December, PTE All right, let's continue with the changes that we were just talking about. The third one is now your Summarise Written Text weightage has increased, and your essays weightage is going to be increased as well, because they have again given more marks to the content. So in Summarise Written, again, it's just free marks. All you need to know is, for Summarise Written Text, you need to have understanding of complex and compound sentences, plus your the knowledge how to accurately write complex and compound sentences. So a lot of students, if you guys don't know how to write a complex and compound sentences, you will not be able to write a good Summarise Written Text. So this is the core of your Summarise Written Text, the knowledge of your compound and complex sentences, and make sure you write it correctly. Secondly, the knowledge of punctuation as well. If you guys don't know how to connect sentences using commas or a semicolon, then again you need to watch our videos, because I'm gonna help you out in understanding how to write a complex and compound sentence, and only then you'll be able to write a correct Summarise Written Text in simple words. Afterwards, your essay in PTE, it was like, students have, a lot of our students have also done that. They just copy pasted that template, used a little bit of their keywords, and then they've got like full score in their essay. But now it's gonna be a little complicated, because they have increased the score for content. They have also added coherence and cohesion. The grammar range is also there. So grammar, vocab, simple vocab would work. Again, the knowledge of complex and compound sentences, knowledge of connectors, fanboys, as I'm assuming everyone's aware of. If not, then obviously we are here to help you out. And then just these 2-3 things. Knowledge of complex and compound sentences, punctuation is there, complex, compound, punctuation, and then your connectors. You should just need to know about these connectors, and then using it correctly, so that you don't make grammar mistakes when you are using these punctuation. A lot of students, that it's hard for them to understand how to use commas in sentences, and if you make that mistake, that's easy to rectify. That's easy for a software to catch it up. I mean, if you guys use Grammarly, have you ever noticed that even when you don't put a comma, it shows you a red underline below the word? So PTE software is more advanced than that. Imagine it can actually work like that. So it would get to know, the software would get to know if you don't put a comma, and that's very easy error for them. So make sure that you have very good knowledge of these are simplest things in English. PTE is not a very high level of exam, so you don't have to worry about it. It's just the comma knowledge that you need to have. Comma, semicolon, these are the 2 punctuation that you need to know. There's 1 hyphen knowledge also you need to have, but it's fine even if you don't have it, you can still score 90 if you have knowledge of semicolons and your comma. And then the usage of connectors like and, but, however, although, despite, in spite of, though, even though. And this is because it's due to the fact that again, when you're giving reasons, this is due to the reason why. So these sort of like connectors and these phrases you need to know in order to get a good score. Content has got more weightage. This means you have to work on your essay. Now you can use a template for your essay, but again, you need to know how to make complex sentences as well. We'll give you a template, no doubt, but you need to add your content also. This means somehow we'll be teaching you how to write a complex compound sentences, or how to write 2 simple sentences and just connect with a connector and that's it. All right, so these are the 3 changes as of now what we have discussed. Focusing more on content, there are 2 new tasks you have added, the score distribution has changed, and afterwards we have fourth one, which is a major change, is about your write from dictation. So your write from dictation was a very easy task to score, because I remember that we have taught a lot of our students saying that you can use a and the, you can, if you're not sure of the word like s or es, you can add both words, and then you would get the score. But now those things have like completely changed. You have to have like really good listening skills, plus use your memory to write the complete sentence 100% accurate, otherwise you may not get the score. And you guys know that write from dictation has a really good weightage in your writing as well as your listening modules. You cannot take any risk. This means overall you have to improve your listening skills and then writing skills as well. Do not make any spelling mistakes as well, because write from dictation can actually reduce your scores in writing module, and imagine I don't think so that you can afford to do that. So the final change is about the reading module. Reading module, again, it's almost the same, but just one change is there. Earlier students used to get scores for the read alouds, but nowadays they're not gonna get the scores for the read alouds in your reading section at all. A lot of students, they were lucky. I would say they were very lucky, because they have done read alouds was the simplest task. It's still the simplest task you have in PTE. It had like good weightage. the scores it used to give to reading module was nearly like 25-30 scores. So it was like free marks, because read alouds anybody can practice and get good scores. But now PTE has got to know about it, that read alouds are very easy task, they have like very good weightage, and that's how students are not practicing the reading module itself, which they want you to practice. So make sure that you are focusing more on reading fill in the blanks, reading and writing fill in the blanks, reorder paragraphs as well, and multiple choice questions as well. Even if it's 1 to 2 marks, guys, I would still say a lot of videos and the content creators, they may say that okay, it's just 1 or 2 marks. But what if like your target is 65 and then you got 64? This means you have not, if you have done a little practice of your multiple choice single, multiple choice multiple, you would have got good score in your reading. Like you at least would have crossed that 65 mark. Alright, so the last change again, focus on reading fill in the blanks, reading and writing fill in the blanks. Overall, you have to improve your grammar to a certain extent that you are able to do your reading fill in the blanks, reading and writing, and do your other paragraphs correctly. In a nutshell, I'll just talk about these changes once again so that you're not confused about anything. And if you have any queries, you can always reach back out to us. The first change is, again, there's total gonna be 22 tasks. The second change is you cannot use templates for all the tasks. You need to combine your template plus content, because the score distribution for content is gonna be on the higher side. The third thing about the score distribution for the writing module, which is like your Summarise Written and your essay weightage, it has more to do with the content now. So this means that you cannot be reliant on just templates for essay. You have to write your own essay, and for that you need to know the knowledge. You need to know about the how to frame like complex sentences, or maybe how to combine two simple sentences in order to make a complex sentence. The knowledge of complex and compound sentences, the knowledge of connectors is a must-have. So if you don't know, you can reach back out for the classes, and we'll be able to sort your issues regarding complex and compound sentences. Apart from that, you need to have good punctuation knowledge, which is your knowing about the commas, where to use hyphen, where to use semicolon. So in order to get a full like 90 score in PT, you need to have this sort of knowledge, otherwise you may not get this desired score. And the final ones are fourth changes right from dictation. Make sure that you have enough effective listening skills, that you're able to write a 100% complete good sentence, like at least a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 should be your score in right from dictation. And the last one is about the reading score distribution. You cannot rely on read alouds anymore. Read alouds have no, like, it's negligible weightage you've got. The read alouds are only going to contribute now to your speaking module. It's not gonna contribute it's not gonna contribute anything to your reading module now. This means that you have to improve your reading skills, your grammar knowledge, vocabulary in order to get a high score in the reading module, which means like you have to work a little bit harder now in order to get a good score. So these are the 5 changes that PTE has changed. And then in order to work out on these things, we are here to help you out. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. Comment in the comment section below to provide us how can we help you out, and we'll make videos according to your interest, and then you'll be able to get a full band 90 as well in your PTE. Have a great day.